is the Celebrity Authority Show. Please welcome Dinaz Barwatwala with our host, Mr. Sam Cotton.
Guys, I'm super excited about today. We have Dinaz in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
It is awesome. Hey, look, now you've got a really interesting angle to weight loss in general. You say it's not necessarily about what you eat or even how you exercise, but it's more about your mind.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Share with us a little bit more about what you mean.
Putting it really simply, you can think and become thin.
Wow. Is that easier said than done?
It's very easy.
Wow.
Because I myself eat everything. I might not work out, but I think and make it happen. This is absolutely true.
Wow. I'm super excited about today's conversation. But look, before we go into that, share with us a little bit more about your story and your journey, because I do know you're a bit of a celebrity in your space.
Thank you.
And share with us a little bit more about some of the things that you've done and you've achieved and your story. What's your story?
Sam, I was born and brought up in a small town in a middle-class family in Jamshedpur.
Huh.
I went over to Mumbai to pursue my higher education, and after my graduation, I became a chartered accountant.
Okay.
I knew that was not my calling, so I was inspired by my sister-in-law in 1989 to become a fitness trainer, and I started with one student in Hyderabad in India, and it grew to 6 gyms.
From one student to 6 gyms, congratulations.
Thank you. I waited for 6 months for that first student.
Okay.
But I knew that was my calling, so I just didn't give up. All was going well, and one fine day in 2005, I was at the peak of my career. I was getting ready to train Mrs. Chandrababu Naidu, the then Chief Minister's wife, because I was super excited to share my new program with her that morning. I entered my kitchen at 4 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
4 in the morning.
In the morning.
And not realizing what was in store for me, I tried to light the gas stove with the lighter. The gas didn't come on, the stove didn't come on, so I hopped over to my prayer room and got my matchbox. I didn't know that there was a fissure in the pipe, and as I lit
a fissure?
several cuts in the gas pipe. Several cuts in the gas pipe that led from the cylinder into the stove, and as I tried to light the gas stove, the entire kitchen was in flames. I was in there.
No way.
I just jumped out of my kitchen. I was alone in the home, in my house with my mother, who was hard of hearing, so she didn't hear anything, the sound, the blast, nothing. The neighboring people had their AC on, so no one came for help. I screamed. The entire bungalow was surrounded with glass from 4 floors down, so no one could enter my house. I just opened the door, screamed for help. I couldn't even hold my phone because my skin was just hanging from my arms. I managed to call my manager up, and I told him that I'm on fire, I'm heading to the hospital. I went into the hospital. I didn't have any idea about 53% burns or 80% burns. When I went in, they told me that I was down to 80% burns, which was not true.
80% of your body?
So I was down to 53% burns, and I had lost my voice as well. On the 3rd day, they told me that it would be difficult for her to survive. So they took me to the operation theatre to actually change my arm bandage because it was so thick. In the operation theatre, they gave me the anesthesia, so the pain would be less. I didn't come out of the anesthesia. I found myself above my body and looking at my body from above, and the doctors telling my body down there that, come on Dinaz, you've got to do it, you're on a mission. And I told myself, and I really asked myself, do I really want to go down? The only thing that brought me back was my mission to make a change in society. So I just jumped back into my body, and the doctors told me that I would be in the hospital for 6 months and that I could get back to work only after a year. But within 3 months, using my mind, I fought my life back and I went back to work.
That is one of the most inspiring stories I've heard, and thank you so much for sharing with us all. So here you are, you're going back to work, you're, scars, etc. What was in store for you next?
It was very tough for me because I'd lost everything,
Yes.
but I was inspired to make a change. So I wanted to raise some money for a few underprivileged children in my city. So I went over to a foundation and I told them that can I raise money, do aerobics on stage for 8 hours and raise money for these children. So he said, yeah, sure, you can use my foundation and get the money into the foundation, etc. But for an entire month, no one gave me a single rupee. So I went back to the managing director and I told him that, you know, I haven't been able to get any money for the foundation. So he looked at me and said, who do you think is going to dance? who do you think is going to pay you money for dancing on stage for 8 hours? That really ticked me off. I walked into the lift with my chartered accountant. He didn't even have the guts to open his mouth. That night, I sat on the net and I called my manager at 11 in the night, woke him up and I said, find out what the record is now, the world record for the world's longest aerobics marathon. And I didn't let him sleep. At midnight, he calls me back. Dinaz is for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I called him back and I said that I am going to break this record. I woke up the next morning, trained for 3 months at a stretch and broke the world's record for the world's longest
Wow.
aerobics marathon for 26 hours non-stop.
Wow, that is so inspiring. Look, your story is so incredible, and your inner strength that we see is just amazing. For people that are listening, and maybe they might not feel as motivated as you, maybe they might be stuck in their own life, in their own journey. What would you say to them, and how can we have a little bit of this energy that you're shining to us all right now? Because some of us, we've had adversities or problems, or we want to achieve something that we give up, or we're stuck. What would you say to us?
You power yourself. All the answers to all your problems lie within you. The moment you start looking within yourself and start taking action towards it, baby steps will always lead to your bigger goals. Don't achieve the big and forget the small.
Yeah, exactly. So if someone was out there that wanted like a bit of a formula, like a step by step to really help us to get through the tough times in our life, or want to achieve some things, what would you say to us? Is there a system or something that you can help us with?
Yeah, the first thing is to identify what the problem is.
Okay.
The second thing is to accept the problem. I think most important is to accept the problem and to work towards it and get the solutions for that from within yourself. You've got to internalize it and get it from within yourself. So if you want to get fit, you've got to think. And get fit.
That's
you can actually get
extraordinary.
fit without going to a gym, and I teach people to do that. You want to lose weight, you really don't have to diet, because I eat everything, I drink everything. And you can lose weight by just thinking about it. Of course, there are ways of doing it. And so therefore the power of the mind is unbelievable.
So what are some of the ways of doing it? Do we have time to just share with you a little bit of a few different ways on how we can do it?
Oh, yeah,
Is it
sure.
more mindfulness practice? Is it yoga? Like what's...
I think the first thing is to let go of your emotions and your stories that you have been holding for the last 20, 30, 40 years. Learn to let go on a regular basis so that you're not holding your emotions. The moment you start letting go of those emotions, you will be a lighter person.
So it's like surrendering to any
Yes.
issue at all,
Yeah.
and just letting go.
Yeah, just let go.
Okay.
The other thing that has really worked within me is the power of visualization
Yeah.
and the power of affirmations. Reaffirming to what you really want. The more you reaffirm, it is going to become reality.
So what, you constantly just say, I can do this, I can do this, I believe, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
And the more and more you do that,
Yes.
it will...
It will become a reality. And the power of visualization is unbelievable. There were times in my class when I had 0 students and I would sit right here at the start of the class as a trainer. I would sit with no students, close my eyes and visualize that I have several students. And trust me, in the next 2 days, the class will be full.
Wow.
So that's the power of visualization, provided you do it the right way.
What's the future for you? What's next for you now?
Oh, I'm super excited.
I can
Sam.
see you're excited. This is awesome. What's next?
Because after I've, finished all this, now the future for me is I'm launching my weight loss extreme program using mind programming, the webinar route. So I've done the gyms, then I've done selling from the stage, I've been a speaker.
Now you're going online.
And now I'm going online because I want to reach the masses. I want to tell everyone, guys, you can do it. And I want to start creating that inner circle, the hub, the Dinaz Fitness Hub, where everyone can come into my hub and I change and transform their lives. And I'm on a mission, Sam. If I can save one person from dying, my life's sorted.
Yeah, I just love that, Dinaz. You are so inspiring, not only your story, but also your mission in life as well,
Thank
which
you,
is just
Sam.
awesome.
Thank
Hey, what do you do for you to recharge yourself? What, like, do you do breathing, mindfulness exercises? Do you watch Netflix? Do you go for a walk on beach? Do you read a book? What do you do for you to recharge yourself?
So, I dislike watching movies.
Yes.
I dislike watching television.
Great.
What really and truly powers me is my work. Doing my live Zoom calls powers me. Doing my live workout sessions in my group aerobic classes powers me. That is what really powers me. So that's what powers me every day.
That's super inspiring. I'm sure everyone's got so much value from today's conversation. So thank you so much for joining us here on the Celebrity Authority Show. However, look, just before you go, we have a challenge. And the challenge is 10 questions in 60-second challenge. So Dinaz, do you accept the challenge?
Yes, I do.
All right. Your time starts now. Favorite color?
Pink,
Pink. Favorite food?
Hyderabadi biryani,
Wow, this this is like the second or third time I've heard this. I have to try it. Favorite celebrity?
Oprah Winfrey,
Oprah, she's amazing. Favorite actor?
Amitabh Bachchan,
Favorite professional speaker?
Sam Cawthon,
Oh, thank you. Favorite book?
Awaken the Giant Within You by Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
That's what
Great
changed my
book.
life.
Yeah, I love that. Favorite movie?
Jurassic Park,
Favorite city?
Hyderabad,
Hyderabad. Favorite drink?
vodka,
Vodka. Favorite pizza topping?
roasted chicken,
Oh. And Dinaz, if you could be an animal, which animal would you be?
dragonfly,
Why a dragonfly?
because dragonfly is my power animal.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Celebrity Authority Show. Thank you so much. Yay.
Thank you.
Awesome.